So, now we're getting into the middle shore.
That's right, you've got this great mat of Ascophyllum, of egg rack. It gets quite old, this Ascophyllum.
Yeah. Oh. Well, let's have a look at one or two of these. Yes, now if you count the bladders, that's it, isn't it? You can get the age because there's one bladder a year. So we've got here 1, 2, 3. Oh, grew a lot that year. 4 and 5. So this one was 5 years old.
That's relatively young. You do, in fact, get them anything up to 2.5 metres long and up to 13 years old.
And this is where the reproductive cells are produced, these little conceptacles on the edges of the frond, which will actually only release the gametes next spring.
Next spring. And travel hundreds of miles, perhaps, before they finally settle out and settle as young spawlings on the shore.
So what about the animals, then, on this shore? There must be some, but they're not very obvious.
Well, if you look down into this seaweed, you find... Yes. Can you see it?
Just about.
Right there. That's the flat periwinkle. If you look, it's a typical winkle, but it has a flat top to it, and it has this very distinctive olive green colour. You can see it very clearly in my hand, but if you put it back on the weed like that, it disappears.
So, in fact, it's camouflaged.
Beautifully camouflaged against the sort of predators that live in the middle shore, i.e. birds. You do get yellow ones as well, but they're much more obvious and they tend to be eaten by things like oyster catchers and gulls. The other sorts of things we can find here are, oh look, the crab.
Oh,
yes, that's a good one. This is a big one because we're lower down the shore. Generally speaking, these are less resistant, strangely, to desiccation and are therefore much lower down the shore.